Hello and welcome. This is yoga. My name is Noreen, certified fitness professional with Corporate Fitness Works. All you will need for this workout is just going to be your yoga mat or towel, plenty of space to move around, as well as some water nearby. I'll be providing modifications as we go through, so be sure to take those modifications. Don't be shy. Every day is different, and so just do what feels good today. And let us begin now on a comfortable seated position on your mat. An opportunity to get the room adjusted, making sure your lights and whatnot, everything is good. Perhaps there's a little bit of your own music playing in the background, totally up to you. Close your eyes and just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Creating that audible exhalation. Every inhale deeper, every exhale longer. And now let us transition to a nice comfortable breath in and out of the nose for the remainder of your practice. With your palms in front of your heart, gently open the eyes. With a smile, offer gratitude to those who support your practices. Namaste. Namaste. So let us begin, and inhaling to the sky. Exhale, reach down. As your fingertips reach down, go ahead and inhale out and up. And continue to exhale farther each time. Inhaling. Exhale. We've got a lot of bending and twisting coming ahead, so let's prepare with a great big inhale. Arms reach to the sky. Go ahead and push those shoulder blades down, shoulders far below the ears. And let's get ready for that first bend. So let's bring that left hand down and bring the right hand up and over. Open your heart. Deep breaths. Maybe you can find a little bit more side bending with every exhale. Begin to inhale, center. Push your shoulder blades down on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push the other right hand down and begin to find your side stretch. Twisting to the sky. Deep breaths. Inhale, back to the sky. And as you exhale, twist to the right, look behind you, let your arms follow. Right hand leverages against that left leg. Look tall. And one more breath here, stay twisted. And let's begin to inhale, center. Exhale with a smile. That twist on the other side. Continuing to make sure that that right hand is planted right behind the spine. Deep breaths. Inhale, center. As you prepare on the next breath, inhale to sky. Exhale, palms in prayer. And as your palms are in prayer, go ahead and keep the fingers interlacing. Press those hands out and push the palms to the sky. Shoulders are down. And take a deep breath here. Find that side bend. And then other side bend. Heart lifts. Keeping your hands flexed, go ahead and plant your palms on the mat. Fingers pointing forward, lift your heart, drop your shoulders, and the head back. And then release. Begin to interlace those fingers in front of you like you're hugging a beach ball. Deep breaths. And then relax. Taking a moment here, let's go into all fours into a tabletop. Here we are. And while you're here, go ahead and make sure that you have your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips. And let us begin to inhale, belly down, chin, tailbone up, cow. Exhale, round it out, super hollow belly. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Deep breath, inhale, cow. Exhale, every breath just a little deeper with the curve of the spine. One more breath, inhale, cow. Shoulders push down. Exhale, cat. Shoulders push up. And then begin to release. And taking a breath here, we're gonna go ahead and sit the feet, or knees are wide, sit back on the feet and find a nice comfortable child's pose. In your child's pose, you can decide if you wanna bring those feet a little bit closer to each other or farther. If you want your feet farther, stretch those hips a little bit, that's okay. This is your safety pose. You can come to this pose at any point in our class. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes and find our downward facing dog. Walk it out. Deep breaths, looking behind you, pressing all 10 fingers and toes into your mat. Biceps are by the ears. And let's just take a moment here to find a still downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, hover over into your plank, over your knees, come all the way down. As you inhale, press your up dog. And as you exhale, child's pose. Begin to tuck the toes and exhale down dog on the next breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower either on the knees or completely without the knees. Keep the body straight and prepare to flip the feet. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Last time, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips high. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And as you prepare to walk it out, go ahead and bring those feet forward at the top of your mat. Hug yourself. Deep breaths. Keep those knees bent really deep if you want to. It's totally up to you. Every day is different. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale your chair. And inhale to sky. As you exhale, finding a nice chest expansion. Let us prepare for real good sun sallies coming up. Here we are. So let us not ever underestimate someone with a yoga mat. So let us begin at the top. Inhale high, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Hug yourself. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lunging that left leg back. Deep breaths. Find your plank. Always take those knees down to the mat if you want. Lower. Inhale your up dog. Exhale, down dog. And on the next breath, inhale that left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, lunge. Sink the hips, lift the gaze, press into your forward fold on the next breath. Exhale, a hug. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale all the way up. Back bend. On the next exhale, fold forward. Hugging yourself at the bottom. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stepping that right leg back. Lunge. Deep breaths. Sink those hips. That knee should be above that heel. Deep breaths. As you prepare, find your plank. Lower. Inhale. Exhale, yay! And shake out. Good work. Inhaling your right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, lunging. And then prepare, step through, forward fold, hug yourself. Inhale, lift. Exhale, prayer. Chair, inhale to sky. And release. Good work. Recover, make sure you're comfortable and hydrated as we continue. Right around the corner, we've got dancing warriors. So take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to begin actually at the center of your mat. And from here, we're going to step those feet wide. As you do, you want to keep about a leg's distance from the heels and second toes are parallel. Bend those knees. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, begin to take a 5-pointed star. So me, I can go out a little bit farther. Very good. So as you prepare, let's inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pressing into your left heel, rotate it out. And you have a 90-degree angle with the feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find warrior two. Deep breaths, gazing above the fingertips in the front. Inhale, shoulders high. Exhale, shoulders low. Very good. Flip. And bring both arms forward into your warrior one. Deep breaths. From warrior one. You can always decide if you want more or less resistance for your warrior. So scoot that back heel, but feel tight. The outlines of each foot are in your mat. Prepare to lift. And then exhale. And then bring that right hand forward and back to your warrior two once again. Begin to flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Deep breaths. Right hand is either on the leg or wrapped out round behind. Very good. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. And then find your side angle. So go ahead and bring that right elbow down and lift up and over. If you want to, rest it on your thigh, you can, or you can go ahead and plant that hand in step. Deep breaths. Very good. From here, we're going to cartwheel our arms up, and then we're going to straighten that front leg back to your 5-pointed star. So go ahead and flip the feet, reposition, inhale, arms out. Exhale, pivot that right foot. Deep breaths here. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and take it into a nice lunge. Pelvis is underneath you. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, low. And from here, breathing, making sure you have a nice deep bend to that front leg. We tend to forget about that back hand in our warrior two, so let's make sure it's not. Say hello. And reaching, taking a moment here. We're going to find a warrior one, so that means we're going to take that left arm forward. Deep breaths. If you can keep the whole outline of that back left foot in the mat, that's great. If you do find discomfort, that's okay. You can just flip the palm or flip the heel back up and behind you. Deep breaths here. That front right leg is leaning towards the fourth toe. Very good. And taking your left hand forward and back to warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Deep breaths. Open your heart to the sky. Maybe you can straighten up that leg to give yourself a break, or maybe you can bend a little deeper. And then prepare to straighten back into your warrior two, finding side angle lunge. Sink the hips. When I dip, you dip. So let's dip the hips and let's take that right hand in step if it feels good. Deep breaths. Inhaling energy. Exhale anything weighing you down. Prepare. Cartwheel back into warrior two. And then back into your 5-pointed star. From here, we're going to bring those feet together and shake it out. Good work. Good time for water. So that was just a different way to get into your warriors, a little bit nicer. And let's go ahead and prepare. Our next pose will be triangle. So let's inhale to sky. Back bend. As you exhale, hug yourself forward. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees. Plant your hands into a palm. Prayer. So step that left leg back. Taking a moment here. Begin to stack. As you do so, rotate that back, right, left heel. So you have a 90-degree angle with the feet. And as you do so, continue to turn your hips forward, facing the camera. And as you do so, let's prepare. And inhaling arms out. Decide here if you want to make your triangle a little bit nicer or a little bit more challenging. So if you want to take it farther back, you can. Just make sure to never lock that front knee. For me, I'm going to bring my feet in a little closer. Reach, lift the heart, and taking your right hand forward, bring it down to your triangle. Deep breaths here. Good work. From here, you can decide if you want to take that left hand up and over. Continuing to balance, pushing your hips forward. Use those glutes, engage that core. And then we're gonna bring both hands down. So it's okay if you can only reach your shin, but you also have the option to reach past that, and you can also do so by bending the knee just slightly. From here, we're gonna revolve our triangle. So plant that left hand, and then following the gaze of the right, open into your revolved triangle, forming a straight line with the fingertips in the sky and the hand on the ground. Deep breaths here. Try to surrender the lower back to your triangle. Deep breaths. Coming back down with both hands and back into your original triangle. You have your right hand down, begin to raise your left hand. Deep breaths. And from here, bending that front knee, we're gonna come all the way up and stack at the top of your mat, begin to inhale. And then exhale, folding halfway. As you begin to step that right leg back, go ahead and find your 90-degree angle. So you're preparing for that other side. Hips open and level to the ground. Begin to take those arms out. Reach, 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 reach. Like for me, I'm trying to grab the light switch. And then from there, we're gonna find our triangle. Never locking either knee, all the weight for your triangle, all your body weight goes into your heels and your toes. Put those toes to work. Continue to open the chest. And then as you follow the hand down with your gaze, reaching forward, go ahead and center that right hand down, inhale left arm up. Deep breaths. Shoulders low from the ears. Spacious heart and belly here. And beginning to look down, follow with the hand. Rebuild your triangle. Maybe you decide that you want to scoot that back foot a little farther this time. It's totally up to you. Good work. As we begin to stack up, bend that front knee and come to center. Good work. Taking some water here, good opportunity. Alrighty. So feeling really good about our balance. We are going to come into tree next. So triangle is a great way to build up to that. As you bend the knees, press those heels into your mat, palms together. Inhale, lift that right heel up. I'm sorry, left heel up and to the side. Deep breaths as you press that inside leg. Deep breaths, inhaling to sky. Opening your tree. Deciding here, this is a great tree, but if you wanted to keep that kickstand, you could have down here, or you can take this leg in front, crossing it over in a half lotus, if that's comfortable for your yoga practice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tree. From tree, we're going to work ourselves into a leg extension. So go ahead and interlace those fingers behind the knee. So hugging that leg on the left. This is a nice wind release. And if you can grab that leg, maybe you can extend it. As you kick through the heel, try to keep your chest tall. And if you can extend it here, you can either hold or maybe grab it with the hands. Deep breaths. And if this is comfortable, you never have to extend the leg too straight, but just even bending it helps modify. So if it's too tight, just bend it. So we're going to open that out to the side. Deep breaths. From here, we're going to hug that heel into the glute. Preparing for king dancers. So this is a great way to start. You also have the option to hold a wall or a stable piece of furniture. So you got this quad stretch going on. Maybe you kick into the hand. Deep breaths. Preparing to lower down Very, very gently. Inhale to sky. Exhaling in prayer. Good work. Let's find that tree on the other side. Reset. Begin to lift that right heel and open up in the hips. Find your tree. For me, that's going to include a half lotus today. Deep breaths. Palms are together. Inhaling to sky. Open the heart. Yay! Continuing to let your tree branches grow out of your head. Good work. Your tree roots are underneath your mat. You're balanced here. And you're human, so it's okay if you're super wobbly. Every day is different. So let's begin to take palm center. Interlacing the fingers. Grab behind that leg. Hug the knee into the heart. And then begin to extend that leg. So you see, every day is different. This leg may not like it as much. That's okay. Heart continuing to lift higher and higher towards the ceiling. Begin to take that right hand and grab right foot. You can use your peace fingers to grab the big toe. You can just grab it whole. It's up to you. And extending out for your hand, big toe pose. Deep breaths. From here, we're going to go ahead and move into a king dancer. And so I started my king dancer here and then here. Eventually, you'll be able to grab behind, but every day is different. I wanted to go light today, but just showing you the whole evolution of the king dancer. So let's begin to take those feet down when you're ready. Reset with a breath. Inhale to sky. Exhaling in your tree pose. Let's begin to transition. Our next pose is going to be a yogi squat. Bring those feet wide. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, as you bend your knees, find a nice yogi squat. How low can you go? And how wide do your heels want to be? It's totally up to you. Can you bring those elbows inside the legs? Who knows? Every day's different. Breathe into the lower back. Good work. From here, we're going to inhale and exhaling, planting the hands down. Bring those feet together. Shake out. And then reverse your circle, of course. And let us prepare for our next pose, which is going to include gait. So we're going to need to start in a tabletop position. From your tabletop position, we're going to stack ourselves all the way up. And here in your kneeling position, we're going to extend that left leg out to the side. Here we are, that left heel and that right knee are in line with each other. The outer edge of that left foot is imprinted into your mat. Beginning to inhale, arms up. We have that alignment where the right hip and knee are good. So pressing the glutes forward, we're going to bring ourselves towards that leg. Continuing to press laterally. And then we're going to let that inside arm gently reach. Pressing hips forward into your gate. Open the heart, shoulders down. Good work. And from here, we're going to go ahead and plant for a counter stretch, this right hand down underneath your shoulder. Taking that left hand up and over. Press. A modified wild thing. Good work. Always making sure that right hand is underneath the right shoulder. And then from here, we're going to make sure that we are comfortable. And we're going to go ahead and keep that T-shaped arm, T-shape with the arms lift, that left heel. And here you're finding yourself in a kneeling half moon. Half moon is very challenging. And so I like this version a little bit more. It's a lot less dangerous. You're not bouncing as much. But two, your yoga mat is there to catch you and it loves you. So let's begin to see if we want to grab that back foot, kicking into it for a kneeling half bow. Good work. And gently release to the T-shaped arms, kneeling half moon, gate, coming all the way up. As we switch, make sure you have that left knee underneath that left hip, extending out to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach. Good work. Squeeze those glutes. It's a tendency to sit back, but you want to push forward and laterally. Let that right arm come down. Deep breaths. Holding the pose, not the breath. From here, we're going to transition to a nice counter stretch for your gate. Bring the left hand underneath. Good work. Deep breaths here. There's no place like home. And from here, let's continue. We're going to need to make sure that we have that stable foundation before we build that T shape with the arms. And here we go into your kneeling half moon. Good work. Try to keep that heel lifted in line with the head, shoulders straight, in line with the hands. Go ahead and see if you want to grab that foot, kicking into it. Here we are. Very good. And now we're going to gently find that gate pose that we started with. Woo! All right. Next pose, we're going to work into the pigeon. So let us begin here and a butterfly. I like to teach pigeon this way because it gives more opportunity to modify, I think. So with your butterfly position, we're going to go ahead and bring the legs to a bend. So we're finding that 90-90 stretch. So we have 90 degrees in both legs. And from here, we're going to decide if it feels good to take that left leg back farther. To the point, we're going to slowly transition so that we have the top of that left thigh to the mat. Inhaling, arms high. Exhale, lower. Woo! Surrender hips and shoulders to your pigeon. Let your heart be heavy. Let your back be soft. Breathing in and out. You can stay as a sleeping pigeon if you'd like, or you can come up and maybe reach for that back left foot. It's okay if you are just reaching like this, or if you can even pull it closer to you, that's awesome. If that feels good, maybe you can grab it with the right hand, and perhaps a king pigeon. Deep breaths. And then let's release. Lowering gently. We're going to find that 90-90 we were in, and then turn into a butterfly. Woo! Circle it out. Good work. And then let's reverse it. And let's try that on the other side. Here we go. So from here, 90-90 stretch. So bring those legs in the direction towards the right. And then prepare to see if that feels good. Just slowly, slowly work that right leg back. And if it wants to, it can bring the top of the thigh to the mat. Inhaling, arms high. Exhale, your sleeping pigeon. Yay! The poses you hate the most are the poses you need the most. And if you carry a lot of stress in your hips, the pigeon is the pose for you. They're great glute stretch, and the glutes are a major muscle in the body. And continuing here, maybe you wanted to try that king pigeon where you reached for that back foot. And then perhaps if today's the day you went for the king pigeon. Every day is different. And let us prepare one more breath. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, release. And find your butterfly. And shake out. We're going to work a little bit more into the back bending. So let's go ahead and find ourselves down on your mat facing the ground. And as you bring your belly down to your mat, we're just going to find ourselves comfortably getting adjusted with those feet and windshield wipers. Here, preparing first with Sphinx, we're going to take those feet down and then planting your elbows right underneath where your shoulders are. Deep breath. Press palms firmly down. As you're pressing away from the ground, continue to lengthen the back of the neck, lift the ears. Deep breaths here. This is a great way to start with back bending. A nice proud Sphinx. Continue to bring that chin down, pushing away from your mat. On the next breath, inhale, exhale to release, and come back down. And as you do your windshield wipers, we're going to prepare for bow. So let's go ahead and start that. In Sphinx, build your Sphinx arms. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that right arm perpendicular in front of our chest and then reach back with that left hand. So from here, we're going to bring that hand behind and grab that left foot, see if it wants to come up. And if it wants to go towards the boot, that's great. If it wants to kick into the hand, that's even better. Looking forward, single-legged bow. Release. And then from here, keep that left foot up, hugging the ground with your T-shaped arms. Lift that foot and bring it towards the right in your scorpion twist. Try to keep your chest anchored to the ground. Very good. Inhale back. And then prepare to relax. So windshield wipers with the feet again. Breathe. We are going to prepare to do that other leg with the bow. So let's prepare, scoot and make sure you're really comfortable. And begin to take that left hand perpendicular and reach back with that right hand. Kick, 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 kick. Maybe you can lift that thigh off the ground. Looking forward, shoulders low. And release. Keeping right leg lifted. We're going to reach it up towards that left hand. Deep breaths. As much as we can, those shoulders and the chest are pressed down towards the mat. And let's find our regular position here for the windshield wipers. We're gonna go full bow. Here we go. So it's totally up to you how far you take it. So you can simply just grab those feet. If it's hard to reach, you can just work on building that reach better. And then from there, kicking into your hands with your heart. Keep those thighs tight together. When I had my yoga instructor training, my guru would pick me up by my hands and feet and dangle me at this point. Because it's just so interesting that you can really get a great back bend. And there's a lot of yoga that you can do with other people. It's called acro yoga. So let's begin to lift the heart. Squeeze higher, and lower. Find child's pose. Press. Bring those knees and feet tight together so that we can relieve the lower back. Stay here. And maybe you're flipping your palms to the sky to help melt a little bit better into your mat. Wonderful. So let's begin. On the next breath, find the tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to prepare and stack all the way up like we did for gate. So we had a lot of back bending and twisting coming up. So moving into that, we have camel with a twist. As we inhale, lift, and exhale, bring those arms forward. Take that left hand back. And we're looking at the fingertips of the left hand. Reach forward, inhale, exhale, other hand back, and then inhale. Taking the arms up. Go ahead and plant those hands either pointing up, fingertips up, or pointing down on your lower back. If that feels good, maybe you can lower those hands to the feet. And from here, if that feels good, maybe you can reach that right hand up and over. With your single arm camel, gently release that hand back. And stacking up, let's give that back a break for a moment. Exhale, lift the heart and find your camel again. As you do so, we're going to lift that other hand up. So left hand reaches. Very good. And coming all the way up to your kneeling position. Good work. Sit back. Taking a breath here. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, reaching that left hand down, take the top of that right thigh and find a nice little seated twist here, or seated bend, sorry. And as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your gaze to the left, and the left hand will help you turn into a deeper twist here. If you want, you can even take your left forearm down to the ground. So let me show you from the side. And then coming back up. Same thing, we're going to lower down. As we release and relax, we're going to find ourselves crossing the feet, extending them forward. Great opportunity for some water. Very good. So let's begin. Inhaling to bring those feet down to the mat, bend those knees. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lean back. As you're leaning back, you can either have your hands on the top of the shins or behind those thighs, lifting up the feet into a boat. It's okay if your toes are still touching the ground, as long as your boat's floating, you're good. From here, lift, lift, lift with the heart. Maybe you can extend those legs. Maybe your arms can lift up. Good work here. And then from here, find a low boat. Nice. Engaging those cores, lift those thighs and shoulder blades off the ground, and just gently, gently, gently lower. Take a breath here. And as you get readjusted to this new environment, begin to plant those feet down. From here, inhale both arms up to the sky. And then we're going to slowly begin to take that left leg up. And then after the left leg is up, take the right leg up. So both legs are up. And then we're going to grab with your peace fingers, your two big toes into a happy baby. Deep breaths. Happy babies don't care what they look like, so do what feels good, not what looks good. Kicking around to those heels. And from here, we're going to go ahead, keeping a hold of that left leg and left hand. Extend that right side, lower. We were doing this in a standing position. Now we are reclined in our hand to big toe pose. Keep that knee bent if it's feeling really tight on the hamstring. From here, we're going to center that leg up. Breathe. And from there, we're going to release, hugging your knee into your heart, a nice wind release. As we plant that left foot down, reposition your shoulder blades flat to the earth. And then we're going to use that right hand to guide the left leg across in a spinal twist. Looking behind you. Wringing out any tension remaining in the spine. Deep breaths. And then relax center. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So go ahead and restart with the great big happy baby, both feet. Kicking again, rocking side to side, kicking walls, whatever is comfortable and safe for you. So from here, we're going to release that left side. kicking out. So if you need to maneuver yourself, we're going to extend that leg. The higher the heel is towards your head, the better of the stretch. Deep breaths. And as you bring that leg center, hug it. And then bring it to a knee hug. From our knee hug, when release pose, we're going to release that right foot down, anchor. Shoulders as you twist on your side, looking in that right direction. And then begin to relax center. From here, we're just going to bring those feet in a butterfly position to start. Inhaling, arms out. From here, continue to see if you can create an arch in your back. So scooting those shoulder blades down, lifting up. Stay here for just a breath. We're getting primed for fish pose. So here we are. Begin to extend your legs away from you. And then arms come down by the side and scoot your seat on top of your hands. As you breathe here, take a moment and position the shoulder blades to be flat, open the heart, anchor forearms down, lift the head, shoulders press away from the ears. Open mouth as you exhale. Fish pose can help open the space in front of the heart. And release slowly. Interlacing your fingers behind you, hug the chin towards the heart. And from here, just release. Take a breath. Close your eyes. And decide if you want your Savasana or corpse pose to be here where your arms and legs are extended comfortably, or you can bring those feet back together in butterfly. Or if you're really looking to be totally nice on the lower back, you could bring the knees together, feet are wide. Here, we're just taking a moment to let everything we just did seep in, acclimate our body to the changes, reap the benefits of yoga, improving flexibility. Inhaling through the nose, exhale, sighing out of the mouth. Deep breaths. And then transitioning your breath to be in and out of your nose. Following the belly button as it rises up each inhale and lowers on each exhale. Rumi once said that life is a balance of holding on and letting go. In your Savasana, hold on to the breath and let go of everything else. Corpses don't have thoughts or feelings or anything going on. Let's begin to roll over to your right side, forming a pillow with your arms curling into a fetal position on your mat. And then very gently, keeping your eyes closed, press it into the mat with that left hand, finding a comfortable seated position. Deep breaths. And as you gently blink the eyes open, bringing your thumbs in front of your heart, the thumbs touching your heart remind you to carry love into all of your practices. And we take our thumbs from our heart center to our third eye and bow. Namaste. Namaste, and thank you all so much for joining me. Again, my name is Noreen, instructor for NPR, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.